Hi guys, this is Mary Fulton with Mary Fulton Fit, and it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Excited to just dig in deep with you guys, so grab a pen and paper or something to jot down notes with, because we are still talking about mindset every week, and it's a perfect time right now because we're going through another wave of closures and stuff, and so this will be a good time for us to dig in deep into just our mindset and our mental wellness, right? So hold on one second while I tag some friends, and I want to make sure I don't lose these notes really quick. Hi guys, who's out there? Can you give me a hello? Say hi, I'm here. So I know you're here joining me and I can see you in the chat box. Just put in the chat box, I'm here, I'm ready. And join me tonight for some fun mindset, wellness, Wednesday fun stuff. So let me just tag some friends right here. And it's just good to see you guys. I missed you since we weren't working out this morning, and I'm excited for next week. Hopefully you saw my new schedule, and you see that we'll be starting next week, 7 a.m. again, live. Hi, thanks Karen for jumping in the chat box. Just say, I'm here. And I'm just getting everyone to join us really quick, because sometimes people don't see my posts. So there we go. I'm ready now. I'm ready for you. And grab your pen and paper. And nice to see you, Karen. We are going to just be taking just like 7-8 minutes on some mindset stuff. Who needs to get unstuck? Anybody out there feel like they are just stuck in the same circle? And maybe it's just, usually it's just ourselves, right? So let's just take an example. Do you feel stuck? Like you're stuck for the last 5 years? You've wanted to commit to something. You've wanted to make a change, but you just can't seem to get past it. And maybe, thank you for the hearts, I love it. Maybe, hi Ellie, thank you, yes, just say I'm here. Or maybe you've just been stuck with something and you just think it's not possible for you. Well, I'm coming to tell you that I've been learning a lot lately, and I'm just realizing how much it's not about that some people are, I mean, of course, everyone has talents and everybody's good at things, but it really is our will and our mental strength that gets certain people to certain places, and we can all get there. We just have to get to that state of mind, and that's what's hard, because it's usually we're against ourselves, and maybe fear, anxiety, things that maybe we've been put down about ourselves, or things that insecurities, all of these things. I mean, you could probably list them on there. Hi guys, so good to see you. Thanks for putting in the chat box. Things that keep you from who you really want to be. You know what? Let's just play a game really quick. Throw one word, one adjective out there. What's something that you know that has kept you from who you need to be? I'm going to put mine out there. For me, I'm always worried about what other people think. Boom, that's mine in the chat box. Always worried about what other people think. Will they approve of me? Will that be okay? Is it okay? Will they still love me? That's mine. That's always been my fight since I was a little girl. What's yours? Fear. Awesome, Ellie. Thank you for sharing. Somebody else, throw another one out there. There's no wrong answers. We all know them. They come right away. Why haven't you been able to get to that goal that you've wanted to for so long? What is it? Yeah, fear. Okay. It could be laziness too, right? You could be like super smart and ready to go and have a good mindset. You just don't want to, right? Caring about what others think. Yes. Hi. How are you, Amanda? Yes, I care too much. Not being good enough. Yeah. Being scared, right? And Rita, that really goes back into fear. Your fear of failure, right? Fear of failure, doubting yourself, doubting that you can do it. I don't know. I have self-doubt. Okay. Yeah, there you go. It's okay. You know, I don't know is good too, because now you're thinking, I don't know. What is it? What are my triggers? Boom. Start writing them down. You have to take some quiet time sometimes and start listening to yourself and hearing yourself out loud. And that's what I've been doing and processing things. And the other day I was sitting listening to Tony Robbins, and he was like, what are you proud of? And just silence. Let's play the game. I'll do it with you guys. Ready? So right now, what are you most proud of? What are you just the most proud about right now in your life right now? You can throw it in the chat box. You can say it out loud. You can just, okay? What's something that makes you really happy right now? Throw it in the chat box. Go for it. I'm just giving lots of different questions, or say it out loud. Awesome. What is something that you feel really excited about right now? Just throwing out questions. Good. My resilience, my kids, I love it. I love all the time. My daughter, she is amazing, and I did that. Yeah, baby, you did. Children, beautiful. I'm getting all emotional, right? Working out, awesome. You feel good. What do you feel strong about right now? What do you feel really strong about? I love your family. I love it. It was fitness. Yes, good. It was. It still can be. So then give me something else you feel strong about, Dana, because you know what? Fitness doesn't define you. I've been there before. I'm hurt right now. I feel like I can't be who I need to be, but I need to remember my identity isn't in fitness. I have so much more about me. So throw something else out there, baby, because you got this. Time with the family. Good. Fitness. Family being safe. You feel good about that. You lost 15 pounds. Beast. I love it. I don't feel really strong or anything right now. Awesome. Vulnerable. Boom. I know. You know what? I'm going to share with you. So in the car, I was feeling a little down because Tony Robbins was asking me all these questions like this. And I just kept going back to, I'm proud of my business right now. I feel excited about my work right now. I feel happy about my work right now. And then at the end of it, I got really sad because I was like, why is it all about my work? I don't want it to be all about my work. Uh-oh. And so what I wanted to say with that was I had an aha because I sat quiet, had some questions, and it let me ponder. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be all about my work. I mean, I love this, but I want to be so many more things. And so it made me think, okay, there's some changes I need to make. I should be proud of my kids, but you know what? I'm feeling like I'm not that great of a mom right now. I'm feeling like I could improve on this, and it's okay to take those moments, but you also don't want to downward spiral into the negatives, okay? Because those are those disempowering beliefs that start knocking you down. You're not good enough, Mary. You're not smart enough. You sometimes make spelling errors on your videos. You're just, and you start, I'm not smart enough. I'm not big enough to carry this on my own. And they start coming at you, right? Raise your hand or throw a thumbs up if you felt that. You hear those voices coming in at you. And then all of a sudden you say, okay, I guess you're right. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to come back to my corner. No more sitting in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. We're not sitting in the corner anymore. And I'm freaking fired up because tomorrow I'm going to spend 4 days, 50 hours with Tony Robbins in this virtual thing. Do you guys understand what he did? Let me explain. I got so excited. Everything's falling. Let me explain what this guy did, okay? In the middle of COVID-19, his whole business is what? Interacting with people, being in stadiums with people. Do you think that that's happening right now? No, he got shut down. Guess what he did? He built this stadium with 20,000 screens so he could have 20,000 people virtually with him. He's going to stand in it and he's going to do his presentation. And it's we're all going to be there together, but virtually. It's freaking crazy. But he did it. How? Why? Because his mindset, when COVID hit, he said, dude, I still want to reach people. I want to do my passion. I love people. How am I going to get to them? I'm sure he had moments where he self-doubted. He didn't know. But then he got back up, dude. That's why he is who he is. Not because he was born with a special gem. It's because he keeps fighting back. His story is crazy. The things he went through as a child. And you know what I love about it is that it's not a helpless thing. It's dude, you got to get back up again. And he gives you tools. And so I'm going to be freaking fired up for the next 4 days. So get ready. But I'm going to jump in and off of, you're not going to see me on media all day long on some of these days because I'm going to immerse myself in it. Okay. But when I come out, I want to come out just ready, flying. I might be a little bit crazy when I come back from it. But in person, people walk on fire on these rocks and they do all this amazing stuff. We're not going to get to fire walk, but they sent me a board. I'm going to have to chop it in half and I'm just ready. But I'm ready. I'm ready for these challenges and I'm going to bring them to you. But what I want to talk to you about is, are you stuck? Do you feel stuck? Like I said, this is the thing, guys. I'm going to try to simplify this and make it really simple for you before you go. So grab your pen. All right, hold on. I lost my notes. They're on my phone. So you got to change the meaning. Okay, shout out right now. If you want to share it on here, you can in the chat box or shout it out. What is it right now that you want to change? There's a decision that you want to make, but you never make it, or you make it over and over again, and then you keep failing like this because you can't get unstuck of this pattern. It's this cyclical, almost sickening pattern that you do. It's the same thing. You start the diet, you're doing great for 4 days, something goes wrong, somebody makes you mad, you eat a whole brownie batter from Ben & Jerry's, then you get depressed, and then you feel fat, and then you get sad, you gain a couple more pounds, and then you start again. I'm fired up, I'm gonna do it, and then you do it again, right? And this has nothing to do with fitness and health. I'm talking about whatever cycles these are. I mean, these could be deep struggles. It could be drug addictions. It could be relationships. It could be family things. It could be just a goal. You want to start your business and you just keep getting stuck because of fear, because of anxiety, because you're not getting out of the pattern. We all are very creatures of habit, right? How many of you pretty much eat the same thing every day or every week? It's like turkey burgers and turkey tacos and chicken, whatever. And like finally you try a new recipe and it's like, this is the most amazing thing ever, right? But it's because we're creatures of habit. And then we're also creatures of feeling sorry for ourselves, getting scared, and not doing this crap that we need to do. And I'm talking to myself. So we get scared of what? Pain. It's pain versus pleasure, people. All right? And even though something may bring you pain, it probably brings you some pleasure. So this is where we sit with it. This is where we dig in deep. This is where we look and we say, I need to change the meaning. I need to change the association. I have to change the pattern. What sick pattern are you stuck in? You're still doing it over and over again. It doesn't matter. Maybe years have passed. Time's ticking, friends. Do you want to be here for the next, like imagine yourself, if you don't change this thing in your life, what does your life look like 1 year from now? Visualize it. 3 years from now. 4 years from now. 10 years from now. Do you really want to be stuck here? Do you really want to be stuck and never make that decision? Never make that leap of faith to start the business? Never decide to get on a healthier diet because you're struggling with diabetes and you know that your doctor is going to put you on insulin. You know what comes after insulin. You could lose a leg. These are like crazy things to think about, right? You're in a relationship and it's really, really hard. But you got to make a choice. Are you going to stay in it and work through it? Or are you going to leave it? What are you going to do with it? You got to dig deep because you don't want to sit in the same thing. You don't want to sit in your mud for the next 10 years and not move, right? You were meant for more. You were meant to shine. You were meant to take chances, to fail, to go through it. But you got to push through it. You got to change the association. So here are the 3 fundamentals that I'm going to dig into. Okay? So here, example, stopping smoking. If anybody smokes out there, I don't know if you do or not, but if you're, it has to get to the point that stopping smoking is more pain than pleasure for you. If you've ever had any type of addiction, and everybody has, it could be with sugar. I've never done any drugs or drank. My dad was an alcoholic and he smoked, so I just stayed away from it. But I used to like to have ice cream all the time, but the leverage has to come in, okay? So this is the important piece. You have to find something that's the leverage. So if you are struggling to lose weight and you know you might be diabetic, your doctor tells you that you're going to have to get on the medication or that you might lose a limb, that's pretty big leverage for you to decide, I need to get out of this pattern and change it, right? So the leverage has to be big enough. It has to be like, you know, your boyfriend's like, dude, I'm done. If you keep doing this, I'm leaving, right? Big leverage. You don't want them to go. Your boss says to you, hey, if you don't get it together, you're fired, right? A lot of us don't have bosses right now. We're our own bosses. But, all right, so you get what I'm saying? The leverage has to be big enough that you say, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to get away from it. I'm going to stop my addiction with that. I'm going to leave this thing, this relationship. It's not good for me. It's not healthy for me, right? Because everything that we go to that we're staying in, I need you to identify it right now. Whatever decision it is, maybe it's you wanting to lose weight. Okay? Why are you stuck? You keep saying, oh, but Mary, my jeans don't fit, and I just don't feel comfortable in my pants, and I really want to get there, and I want to do this and this. But there's pleasure over here. What is it that what's the pleasure come from? You got to identify it first. What are you getting out of it? So the pleasure might be like this big and the pain is this big, but you keep coming back to these little crumbs of pleasure. What are you getting from it that's keeping you stuck? Identify it. You've got to identify it. Once you identify it, you can say, oh, all right, now I got to look over here. Here's all the pain. Here is the pleasure. I keep going back here. I'm making excuses, but I'm not moving. I'm stuck, right? This is where you have to change the pattern. So you have to change the association and say, if I keep smoking, my doctor said I am going to have emphysema, right? I'm just throwing out all kinds of stuff tonight, right? The pleasure of smoking, it gives you that feeling, right? I don't know because I never smoked, but let's pretend. And so pain is this much. You got to outline it. What's going to happen if I keep smoking? I'm going to get emphysema. I'm going to die early. My family doesn't like me being around me because I stink. Just different things, right? So pain, pleasure, and then you got to flip them. Now, instead of thinking about that pleasure, right? Pleasure, is it, or my precious, right? From the Lord of the Rings. Because he's like, my precious. So now you got to flip it and say, the pain outweighs the pleasure. And so this is where you change the pattern. But you got to have enough leverage to push you over to do it. It can't be, I could, I should, I maybe later. You won't do it. What's your big leverage? Is somebody going to leave you? Is it, your family's going to be disappointed? Is it your boss? Is it not even have anything to do with anybody else? It's just you're disgusted with yourself with whatever you're doing, You have to change the pattern though. So the Tony Robbins, you know what he would do? He would just ask the lady, tell me about your relationship with your husband. And then he threw water at her. He just kept throwing water at her and she didn't understand. And she started laughing. And so basically what he said is, I just changed your pattern. Every time you start talking about your husband, I threw water at you. I made you laugh. Now your association wasn't crying anymore. It was laughing. And it changed your mood, and you started to talk about things differently. So you've got to change your pattern. If your addiction is something on the phone and you keep going back to do something on your phone, then get rid of your phone for a while. Delete the apps. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're doing, you have to make that change. If it's in the fridge and you know that right now you're not strong enough to have Oreo cookies at your house, then get rid of the Oreo cookies. It's going to be painful for a moment. But you have to decide then. Don't complain later, right? Because we all complain about what we really want. If you want to keep this pleasure for all this pain, then you've made that choice. And you made that choice for a year, for 5 years, for 10 years, for 12 years. Sit with it. Sit with it. Process it. Think about it. It's some hard stuff. This is some heavy stuff. This is heavy for me. And this last one is, here's your assignment, all right? So this is a lot of information I'm giving you in 10 minutes. It's way deeper than this. But this is what you got to go with, all right? So here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to give you the homework. All right. To get the leverage, maybe you don't know what the leverage is. So right now, on a piece of paper, on your hand, whatever, type it out. 10 things why you must, absolutely, hands down, have to, right now, stop this and change the action. 10 reasons. Boom. Start writing them down. I'm going to feel like what? What is it? It's ruining my life. Ruining my life. That's a good reason, right? I feel depressed. That's another good reason. I'm just throwing out reasons that you might have out there or I might have with my current situation. My self-image. My self-control, it puts me down. It makes me feel terrible about myself. So these are all the things. You list 10 of them. You need to write them down and see them with your eyes and hear yourself say them. Because once you put down those 10 reasons why you have to do it, then it puts that little bit of pleasure into perspective. And it starts to shrink the pleasure and you start to see the reasons why you need to do it. Because you have to identify them. Nobody else can do it for you. So that's you creating your leverage. The doctor's going to say that I have to be on medication. I don't want to be, whatever it may be. Okay, then you have to come up with, here's your other homework assignment, 4 to 5 ways to interrupt the negative pattern. What can you do to interrupt your pattern? All right, so let's say your pattern is you come home from work, you have dinner, and then right after dinner, to calm down and relax, you have a bottle of wine. Okay? Now, if you have wine, that's up to you. I'm just giving you the example. All right? But drinking a bottle of wine every night is definitely going to have its good and bad consequences to it, right? So if that's what your pattern is, then you got to change the pattern. You don't want to drink the bottle of wine anymore. Maybe some of you still do. That's okay. You don't want to drink the whole bottle of wine. So what can you do? Well, you get your glass and you measure the line of where you get to drink. And now every night your new pattern is you're going to have just the glass of wine. Well, look at that. I'm not drinking the bottle anymore. I'm just having a glass. Okay, until maybe you draw the line smaller and smaller until it disappears. And now you change the pattern. It's just a tiny pivot. Just a little pivot. I didn't ask you to like turn your whole life upside down and burn the house down. That's the next part of Tony Robbins. He does tell you to burn the boat. But this is just a tiny change of pattern. You know, if something causes you to struggle like every day on a certain place, maybe you're at work, maybe you're running into somebody, it hurts, you don't want to see them, it messes with you, then change your course. Walk a different way, go a different way, use a different this, get rid of them on media. I don't know. You have to figure out what those triggers are. Change the pattern. It's just a little turn. So 4 ways that you can change the pattern. And the last thing is this. Last assignment. Create a new association. So think about all that you'll gain and what will be pleasurable if you make this change. So the first exercise was 10 reasons why you got to, because it's going to do all these things to you if you don't. It should feel like that. Okay? Crazy. Then 4 to 5 ways, interrupt the pattern, change it up. No dessert, don't go this way, don't go that way. Change your environment. Change what you're listening to. Maybe it's what you listen to, right? Maybe if you're freaking out about the coronavirus, it's because you're watching the news 24/7. Turn it off. Take a break. Go on a walk. Don't listen to it so much, right? Last thing, make that new association. What will you gain? There's so much power in this activity. Please do this activity after you hang up with me on this iPad. You can send to me your ahas. I would love it on Messenger. And just sit with it. What are you going to gain? You know what? For me, you know what I'm going to gain when I make my final decision? I am going to gain self-control. Amen. I am going to gain freedom. I'm going to feel like a butterfly. I've been wanting to fly for a long time, and I'm going to fly. Number 3, I am going to be better. I'm going to be a better place, a better state of mind every day. I won't be foggy. I'll be focused. I'll be able to give more to my family and to my husband. These are all the things that are going to help me. If I make this change, I'm going to be able to be all of these things, and I want to be them. How bad do you want to be the people on your list? I want to see everything that you guys are saying. Burn the boat. Yes. I've been pretty private, but I have been thinking a lot. Oh, it's okay, Rita. I don't need you to pour out your heart on social media. It's more about taking this moment. And I know all 15 of you that stayed with me, you're listening. And you're like, there's something about this. I'm here. And you are here for a reason. And I want you to hear that we are not victims of our circumstances. And we are not to live in guilt and shame either. God frees us of that. Amen. Jesus, thank you. And you don't have to be stuck. But you have to learn that you have that power. And we have that power. And even in the Bible, it talks about it. It says, my brain's not working. Take captive your thoughts. Take captive your thoughts. Everything begins with the first thought. It could be a beautiful, positive thought that creates a wildfire, but it can also be a really negative thought or a thought that's not good that creates something big too. It's with our thoughts. And whether you believe in the Bible or not, it's a truth bomb. Take captive your thoughts, because that's where it all begins, right here. Before somebody makes a decision of something, it comes here. And sometimes it's just a teaser thought and not even really. And then it grows and you feed it. Whatever you feed your thoughts, they grow. So if you're sitting at home and you're like, I lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm single. I have this. I don't have this. And I feel beat down. I went through deaths. And all of those things have made you who you are. But all of those things can make you strong. And all of those things can help you bless other people. They can help you get up again and say, you know what? I went through this, but I made it through, and I see my friend over here hurting, and I'm going to grab their hand and help them up. And then they're going to help the next person up. And it's just going to be a chain reaction of serving and of loving. Take captive your thoughts, and remember that you don't have control over the world or when you're going to die or what you're going to do, but you do have control about your reactions and how you adapt to situations. So we can have a pity party, we can just stay guilty, we can whatever you want to sit in, you can stay stuck, or you can remember that you have the power. Number one, I think we have the power in God to do all things. Take captive of your thoughts and make changes, and know that you have the strength to come out of it. And so be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Amen. I have that verse over my door for my kids. And up here I have, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. But life is hard, guys, okay? And, I know I'm up here on a platform, but I don't have it together, okay? Don't ever think that anybody that's up here on the screen has it together. I don't. I'm just trying to figure out life like all of you guys. And I've been learning a lot, and I want to share it with you. But it doesn't mean that I have all this and I know all this. I'm just learning it with you. That's how raw I can be with you, okay? And I'm struggling with this stuff every day, and I'm in the stuck pattern, and I want to get out of it. And you know what's great about being here with you is that I know that, like, next time I come back on, I need to be unstuck. Because if I'm telling you to be unstuck, then I better get unstuck too. So we can keep each other accountable. Yes? Truth bombs? Yes? I love this. Oh, I love you guys. I am so grateful for you guys. I love being here. It is so tough. Yes, but we got to change those words, right? That it's so tough, or I'm just going to be here. Like, flip them. You got to flip them and be like, what do I know? What's truth? Okay, these are the negative things. These are your disempowering beliefs. It's too tough. It's going to hurt too much. Oh, it's too much pain. Of course, because pain keeps you trapped with fear. We got to come over here and say, but I know that I have strengthened this, and I can do this, and I am grateful for this. I have my health. I have my family. And just start shooting them out. Like you're in a battle. Like you're literally in a battle with yourself. That's what it is. All the negative, all the positive. Fight it. Beat it. We got this. We are the champions. Live by example. Yes, Joy. And it is hard sometimes because we fall. I've fallen many a times. But I know that I'm not going to live in the guilt and the shame. I'm going to stand back up again because of God and Jesus. And I am going to keep moving forward. And I'm going to keep working towards being a better person. And make choices every day that are going to be better and take captive our thoughts, right? I love you guys. Yes, I'll be starting again next week. So many things to be thankful for. So that's your homework assignment. Don't forget, I know I went long. I didn't mean to. I lost some viewers, but it's okay. So remember, 10 things why you must change it today. 4 to 5 things to change up the pattern. And then at the end, what will it be like if you finally take charge and make the change? Make the change, guys. You can do it. And I'm here to support you. Yay! Get rid of the negative. There's so much negative out there. And you have to listen to yourself, too. Listen to yourself talk. Like, just in general. And then realize, push them out. Push out the negative. Bring in the positive. We are strong. You got this. Let's do this. I will see you guys tomorrow with some more exciting, fun stuff. I'm going to be in 10 hours with Tony Robbins. I'm so excited. I really can't wait. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. And one thing I want to tell you that I'm going to do is when I go to my sister's this weekend while we watch it, I'm going to go jump in the ice cold ocean like at maybe like 6 in the morning just to be like, just for a little shock effect. I need to do that. Oh, I wanted to show you guys my glasses. Look, I got some reading glasses today. Oh, look at me. I look so much more older. But I can't look at anything else. It's just for reading. And do you see the blue light? Woo, the blue light for the iPad and the phone. I had to finish with something stupid because I'm just a dork. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. And God bless you guys. Take care. Bye.